Coach, you've obviously individually you've had some big time performances here. Do you remember a stretch, a 2-game stretch like this for any other player?
No, I don't. We've had Frank and had some unbelievably efficient games, and I'm sure some of them were back to back. Devontae, I know he had a couple of 30-point games last year, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't think we've ever had anybody have a week like this, and we needed him. But he's playing at a ridiculously high level right now, and the basket's huge to him. But he also got 9 rebounds, played 40 minutes, and really did a good job all the way around.
Yeah, you knew he could shoot, obviously, but is that the effort that he's given what stands out to you?
I don't know that it's effort. I think so much of it is a mindset when you have energy and your thoughts are positive. You just play. Looks like to me you're playing with faster, and maybe it looks like you're playing harder. The thing about it is when your mind's cluttered, no matter how hard you play, it doesn't really look like you're playing quite as hard. And he's so enthusiastic now, and almost to a fault. But I'm not going to stop him from being that way. I like the direction it's moving. So.
What did you see from Miller in the first half? Maybe gave you guys some issues.
Well, he gave us a ton of issues. He had 22 in 13 minutes, and thank goodness he got in foul problems. But it was a scouting report. He's going to shoot threes, and he's got range, and he's not the quickest guy. And he's going to drive it left and shot fake and drive left. And Doak gives him 5 points to start, just totally the way that it's unbelievable to me. And this is a compliment to Doak. He can switch on a ball screen late clock and guard a point guard, keep him in front, still contest his 3 and block it. And then he's guarding a 5-man that's not as athletic, and he backs off of him and gives him an uncontested 3 or lets him drive right around him. And to me, it's just, that's the kind of stuff we got to eliminate. The other thing that I want to see, they said it happened 5 times. Now, I don't know for sure if it was 5 times, but it felt like 10, where we had numbers and had a transition break, and we missed it, and they shot a 3 on the other end and made it. I mean, that's a 25-point. If it happened 5 times, that's 25 points difference in that span of 10 seconds of what it could have been, and we've got to eliminate that. It's going to be hard enough to guard good players, but you can't help them, and we helped them a lot tonight, especially early.
What did you see out of David the last 8 minutes of the first half?
I think he ended up playing the last 10. If I'm not mistaken, I think. But I'll be honest. David won the game for us the first half. Doak won the game for us the second half, and LeGerald won the game for us the entire game. And everybody else was just average or whatnot. So I was real pleased with David's energy and what he gave us. He got 6 rebounds in 10 minutes, and 4 of them are offensive rebounds. Although one of them was a Dennis Rodman type effort where he missed a bunny and then got the quick rebound. But I thought he did good. And he's nervous as all get out, just because he didn't play last game and all that stuff. But I thought he did well. The problem is when we play a team like that is how do you play he and Doak together if you play man-to-man? And if Doak's not in foul trouble and he's playing well, there's really not a huge reason to sub him out. But tonight, he was definitely our best big in the first half.
How close did you guys get to getting out of Lawson in the second half? Or start to get something from him? Did he get in a flow at all?
No. Okay. Diedrich, he got 20 against Michigan State, and it felt like he should have got 30. And he got 19 tonight, and he should have got 30. And he knows that. But still, though, you got to be a pretty good player to put up numbers like that and not have obviously a good offensive game, but just turned it over and missed so many buddies. I mean, I'm amazed at how well we shot the ball, considering how many easy shots our starters have missed, and LeGerald and Doak are a big reason for that. But he can finish better, and he'll play better. He just didn't have a great week, but I'm glad we got him.
I know it's 3 games, but do you think there's anything that's holding him back, or is it just getting back into the flow, sitting out a whole year?
I think that's overanalyzed. I don't know if it's because of the flow. He didn't have a hard time in the exhibition games. I think it was 6 of 8 from 3 and put up numbers I think he had 30-something in like 23 minutes, and the next game he had 20 and 22 minutes or something like that. So, I just think he just kind of just had a rough week a little bit. He's a lot better than that, and he'll play. We obviously need him to play at a high level.
You ever seen anyone make a basket from sitting on the ground?
I have. If you guys remember, the kid from Minnesota, Blake Harfarber or whatever, he won. It wasn't in the state tournament,
yeah.
State championship game. He was on his butt from 3-point line. And made it. I think his feet may have been across the line, and they only gave him 2. But it was and the reason I bring that up, I just talked to the coach coincidentally that coached him that game, and I brought that up. So, but I remember Blake doing that, but I don't know if I can remember anybody else doing it. And it was in traffic too, and I think he may have got a rebound also sitting on his butt. So that was pretty amazing.
Bill, what's the progression been like for you, though? Just learning in your offense how to get the angles.
Yeah, I think we've had several that was great at getting angles. Cole was great at it, and Markeith was great at it. Wayne wasn't as good at it, but Wayne didn't have to be because he could catch it with the guy behind him and score so well. Thomas got where he was pretty decent at it, but I think, and Landon was great at it. But I think Doak has the potential to be the best that we've had at it, just because he's so big and he's scoring the ball enough that if you play behind him, he's going to get a shot off usually. But you fight around him, and that's sometimes that's where he's most effective too. So he's doing a good job of taking what the defense gets him based on how they're playing him. And when the defense settles in on how they're going to play him, you shouldn't fight him anymore. Just hold him there. Let the defense decide what they're going to do, and then after they decide what they're going to do, just try to keep him there. And I think he's doing a better job with that.
And we saw a little bit in the Michigan State game where he did score with this when
made moves.
Yeah. How much better? I mean, we haven't got to see a ton of that, but how much better is he at that?
Oh, he's a lot better. In practice, he'll go through stretches where we'll keep stats and stretches, and he'll be 18 of 23 from the field and certain stretches, stuff like that. So, yeah, he's gotten a lot better at that. But if you look tonight, his 2 fouls. The first one he's at 12 feet, so he decides to score. Well, that's an easy fan and repost or however you're going to do it. And the second one was a ball screen, which he just didn't. He fouled twice. That were just silly fouls. It just totally takes our rhythm away from us. So he's got to get better at that. But he's gotten so much better. He's become an offensive force down there.
What did they tell you on Mitch's foul?
He locked it in his arm. That's a. The official told me, he's got to call it just because that's the rule, and it is the rule. So you got to call it. But he didn't say there was anything flagrant about it. But that's the kind of stuff that it seems like to me that those things always happen to a reserve. They get in. It seems like I remember when Piper played here. Danny could commit 6 fouls and they call 1, and Piper commits 0 and they call 3. When he subbed in, and I kind of feel that way for Mitch sometimes too.
How about your technical?
I didn't think I deserved it when he gave it to me. I think I may have dodged a bullet before that. But I don't know what you guys thought. And maybe I saw it wrong. I thought LeGerald had that ball if the guy didn't hit him from behind on his legs. But that's all I was. I thought that kept him from getting possession of the ball, and we weren't playing very well. So obviously I was frustrated. But I deserved what I got. But it wasn't for saying anything the second time. It was for walking too far out on the court. I didn't know that I could walk out there, but once you get into the paint area, it's considered too far, even on a timeout. But he wanted to give it to me because he probably could have done it a little bit earlier.
Did you want the foul, or were you worried about the safety aspect of him diving at his legs like that?
No, we were down like 8. I was worried about the foul, not the safety aspect.
Bill, this is just a little bit off topic, but in what ways would real fan enthusiasm lift the entire athletic department?
I've always said this. I'm proud of our sport and what we've accomplished, and the energy that we can bring to a campus and all that stuff. But there's still nothing like Fall Saturday to bring energy and excitement to your school. So I think there is an opportunity to do that here, and because we've seen it firsthand. If you followed us for a decade, we've seen it firsthand on what can be accomplished. Even though, you know, that was also lightning in a bottle too. But still, though, it can be done here. So I think it's very, very important that we do some things to generate that. And I'm selfish because I know how good football being competitive and putting people in the seats makes my job and makes all the other head coaches in the department's jobs much easier too. So yeah, it's very important.
Thanks, Coach.